What is happening there, Reject Nation? We're going to watch Stranger Things 4 by 5 today. Want to say a special thank you to all who have joined our Patreon page for this series. Full-length watch-alongs where you sync it with the time code for this show over there for Super Sexy Rejects, along with a bunch of other shows that we cover at the same tier, reaction highlights, exclusives for some of them included. Also, if you can't do that, leave a like. That'd be kind of you. We'd appreciate it. Also, subscribe. What?
Also, subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified when the rest of the Stranger Things reactions come out.
And then boys at Prepper, thank you so much for helping us get through this week. It means a lot. Breaking Bad?
11.
You gotta get us to St. Mary's! I don't think praying's gonna help that dude, man!
Thoughts and prayers, my guy.
Nina.
Nina, who's Nina? Who's Nina?
Okay,
Oh,
Nina.
shit.
There's a number.
Right here.
Wait, the number! Hey! Look at me! Shit! We should get off the road.
Argyle, get off the road, now!
Shit, he's dead, isn't he?
This is the worst van you could have gotten into.
Yeah, man.
The least inconspicuous, man.
Yeah.
God. This son of a bitch.
They always destroy everything when they search, but wouldn't that make it harder to find things?
Ah, shit.
I know she was just here. And if you want to live, you're going to tell me where she is.
I mean, it didn't seem like the odds were good he was gonna live.
Did you get some rest?
A little.
Good. I have a feeling you're going to need it.
I really don't want him to die, but it just seems that way.
He is the warmest presence on this show right now. And that alone makes me paranoid. Ruth!
Ruth keeps coming back. 12 hours ago, they got caught. Shit. This is like some freaking Area 51 shit.
Area 11.
Okay, here we go.
How'd you afford all this? Aren't you unemployed?
And I mean, before your government salary couldn't have been that great.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive the staring. You're a bit of a celebrity down here.
I am?
Oh, yeah.
They hated Angela too.
Everyone cheer when you hit her with that skate.
We call her Nina.
Ha.
What is it?
If we told you, it would have ruined the surprise.
No way. Present.
No!
Are they really? Hello, Lemon.
Perhaps in our time apart, you may have even grown to hate me.
Oh,
But all
no.
I've ever wanted to do is to help you.
You still come across freaking evil, man.
Yeah.
Let us work together again. You and I. Daughter.
Why don't you go back inside? Play nice with the doctor.
No, don't have creepy guards.
The more you move, the more this is gonna hurt.
God damn it.
This is not how I wanted things to begin, but everything's going to be all right. You're home now.
That scar.
It's all the Demogorgon left him with?
I know. He's got a cool guy scar now, yeah.
Wow, what an opener.
Show's so cool.
That makes me question whether or not I want Paul Reiser delivered out now.
Yeah.
Die, Paul Reiser!
Die horribly. First thing 11 does when she gets her powers back.
Cancel Mad About You reruns.
Wipe Paul Reiser's career
Off the planet. I trusted you, Paul Reiser. Specifically you, Paul Reiser.
Yes.
Ah, shit.
Nimrod Antal.
What I tell you, American. No run. Now is going to be much pain.
The shit looks like The Dark Knight Rises, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's great camera quality.
I half expect to hear the chanting, just...
Well, look at that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the snow is always reflecting particles of the upside down.
Yeah, right. Literally, yeah, the negative image of that.
We both knew the risks. Both of us.
Сделай нам одолжение, кончи его!
We gambled today, and we lost.
Joyce. What about Joyce?
Gosh, it's like a prison break thriller, man.
Yeah.
Hi, this is not American Airlines. It's going to get a bit choppy.
What an asshole.
I'm gonna need a food delivery, like, really soon, unless you want me going out into the world.
No, don't do.
What an asshole.
You know you're welcome here anytime.
Totally. You're like family. May I?
I
Absolutely.
want Pops to get in on the
why
action
not?
this season.
Take us for all we're worth.
Okay.
Just couldn't sleep. People kept blasting music in my ears for some reason. I don't know, something was different. He seemed surprised, almost. Like he didn't want me there.
Maybe you infiltrated his mind. He invaded your mind, right? Is it that big of a leap to suggest you somehow wound up in his? Like Freddy Krueger's boiler room.
Glad I'll call that Freddy Krueger.
Is this a window? Yeah. Stained glass with roses. Yeah. See, I'm not so terrible after all. Yeah, well, it helps that I've seen it before.
That generic window would stay.
I've seen it before many times. In many places.
It's pieces of a house. Not just any house.
You guys are so good at arts and crafts.
Seriously.
Yeah.
First the maze, now this.
Oh my god, did they shave her head?
No. G.I. Jane.
Oh, what? That is so messed up. Way to traumatize her, guys.
Yeah, Jesus, what did you expect? Is she in like a traumatic memory?
Look who finally decided to join us. Someone's a sleepyhead this morning.
Where am I?
I guess you're still not quite awake, huh?
Am I in Hawkins?
Well, well. Look who finally decided to join us.
What?
Someone's a sleepyhead this morning.
Is this like young Brenner?
Oh, man.
Well, well.
We shouldn't have just thrown her in there like this. She's gonna drown in there.
No. She is going to swim.
You are the J.K. Simmons from Whiplash in this show, man.
I made you good. What do you want?
I got results. What do you want?
You're one of the best in the world, thanks to me.
This is so messed up. This is so messed up.
Oh.
Burying the cop himself.
Just relax, okay? Why don't you just go to the van and do your thing? Purple Palm Tree Delight. Hey.
That would just make me more paranoid.
Yeah.
That's his pen.
What?
Unknown hero agent.
The number's on the pen.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Hey, man, I'm using that. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
It's the number. You got his digits, man?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Вон там, видишь? Смотри, рука лежит. Рука, иди. Звери!
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's what they do here. You sick Russians.
Place your bets now.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
That's what you do when you get a monster on your hands.
Yeah, man. These days they broadcast them on the dark web.
My wife, Diane, she wanted a baby.
Sarah.
It wasn't an easy death. She suffered. I knew the risks, but I hid them. You were right what you said last night. I knew the risks. Breaking out of here, but I did it anyway. The minute I sent for Joyce, the minute I sent for her, I sentenced her to death.
Nah, man.
Everyone I love, I hurt. See, I was wrong this whole time. I wasn't cursed. I am the curse.
Speaking of,
use that.
You're right about one thing. We are going to die in here.
I don't want Enzo to die, actually.
God, I can't get over how beautiful the show looks, man.
I know. Love the snow.
But I know Chrissy's in heaven now. But I also know she's frustrated that the monster that did this to her is still out there. I know.
Excuse me, guys. I want to go check out this clock really fast.
So weird over there.
The Hellfire Club. They're hiding Eddie. Maybe we should bring all this to the cops.
The cops who think Chrissy's a drug dealer?
What if they cursed us or some shit?
Patrick thinks he's cursed.
Let's take a break to bully this guy.
You should add Reefer Rick's house to this.
What?
He's Eddie's supplier. He's supposed to be in prison, but someone spotted him back in his house. It's probably nothing. I don't know.
No, that's good.
Fuck it, Eddie. Damn it. Yeah. Ah, shit. Max is like the Beverly.
Yeah. Totally. Getting like Kneebolt House Losers Club vibes.
From It.
Stephen King.
Where'd everyone get those?
Do you need to be told everything? You're not a child.
Don't leave it.
I just want to leave the backpack, you know?
Don't leave anything anywhere.
You all see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this what you saw?
I heard you.
Well, we're just always partners, okay?
What, you have a problem with that?
It'd just be nice to, I don't know, mix it up a bit.
So what, I'm boring you, is that it?
Oh, no. It's cool seeing that shot come to life. Like, what were they staring at in that photo?
Yeah.
It's from the Stranger Things promo.
Yeah.
He can't hear.
What?
Oh my god, you could use the peanut butter cream and slip through the cuffs.
Yes.
Or the glass and cut the rope.
Absolutely. Even more effective.
I take him. Who flies this plane?
All right, so don't knock him out. Just get his gun and make him turn us around.
Get his gun, just like that, huh?
Is black not the highest color?
Oh, no.
You're a liar.
I've never fought in a real-world scenario.
Oh, no. Great mix of the score.
Well, well.
Go away.
Look who finally decided to join us.
Oh. She's getting mad. She's gonna figure this out.
Let me out!
The recording says 9/4/79.
Break the mirror. Confront the past and break the mirror.
Whoa, wicked. Oh my god, that's eerie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so eerie.
Look who finally decided to join us. Someone's a sleepyhead this morning.
I'm sorry. I'm in trouble.
Wow.
Training starts any minute now.
Okay.
Hey, there's nothing to be nervous about.
That is so creepy.
Yes.
Just know it.
This is an expensive show.
Yep. If you're de-aging.
Fascinating. Ah, it's really fascinating.
Listen to this. Does that remind you of anything?
War games.
Huh?
We're calling a computer.
I don't know if Nina's a computer like Joshua or Owens' lab, but unknown to your agent man, he gave us access to it for a reason.
Music.
I just need a hacker. The only hacker that I know lives in Utah.
Oh my god.
Turn around.
Yes, it's time. Oh. Even better, they've upgraded the suits. The smoking saucepan.
It's him. Hey, Dustin. You there? It's Eddie. You remember me, right?
Hey, anyone's there? I really think I might be in a bit of trouble here, okay? Wheeler? Anybody?
Oh, I hope Vecna kills that one guy. So they can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, Steven. Steve.
What's wrong?
It's a spider.
We're daters. Just we're friends. We're just friends.
Right.
Guess we should get back to the investigation. The obvious things are not what people observe or don't observe, or Sherlock Holmes.
Best boy, Steve Harrington. Best boy.
11?
Me.
First, it's chapter 2, No Stranger Things. Yeah, for days, it's a great effect of the show.
Yeah, it's well chosen.
Now make it move. Waste of time.
God, no wonder she killed all you kids.
Bullies every step of her life.
This reminds me of The Cell.
Good call.
Wow. What a crazy shot. Swim faster.
Okay, that's enough. Pull her out.
No.
Pull her out!
Oh no.
You are fragile cargo. You can still break.
Not if I break you first. My fingers are like arrows. My arms like iron.
Get to it.
But turn this plane around and I will spare your life.
Hey! Oh no. Whoa! Murray!
Nice work, Murray.
Owie. Oh! He used the scarf.
Oh my god!
Jesus, Joyce. Oh god.
Damn, this fight's getting a lot crazier than I expected it to be.
Fingers are like
Damn, Murray!
Oh, now learn to fly the plane.
I thought you didn't know how to fly!
What are you doing?
Wow! Oh, bad.
That looked really expensive.
That did look very expensive.
I got him! Got him! I got him! I had him.
Whoa.
Oh, I think he's moving. He's moving. He's moving.
Whoa, cool.
Creative.
I lost him.
Maybe Max leading isn't the brightest idea.
Crank that music up.
Guys, what if he's leading us into a trap? Guys!
Dude, I was about to say, what's happening with Eddie?
Dustin, please. You there?
If someone witnesses him die, that could really save them.
Oh, buddy.
No? Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
God damn, they're fast.
Yeah. They're going to college on a swimming scholarship.
That's a Cerebro, bro. He's 100% here. You're a bully, Vecna.
You're a clown. You're a clown. You're a bully. Oh, he's charging. Oh no.
Oh, good. This is just what they needed.
Oh no. Whoa. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Air. Get us some air, for Christ's sake.
It's okay. It will take time to adjust.
Good for her.
Oh, these hot headshots, man.
Giving us quite the workout. You really want to do this again?
Nah, you can escape this time.
Come on. Come on! Yes!
11. It's back.
Yes. We could just feel it coming. I was like, let's go. God, I love this season.
Remarkable.
No.
He does know how to bring it out.
I said stay away!
Oh no, is this still part of the tank thingy?
You didn't think it would be that easy,
Deprivation tank?
did you?
Oh, you're gonna make her choose.
Daughter.
Unfortunately, Tash will get her powers back. Fuck. Sucks when it ends.
I know. I'm like, just go one scene longer. I know it's going. One more scene.
I always feel like there's like, we got another one. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, this is a great season.
I love this season so far.
Yeah, this is spectacular. Papa, can you hear me?
That'll be Eleven's song when she needs a song this season.
Oh gosh. Yeah. What a fucking superhero way to bring back a villain.
I know, right?
Like, unfortunately, he's the only one who can help.
Yeah. No, totally. Like it is. It's
and
like you vanquish
the superhero too.
Yeah. Now I begrudgingly need to trust you in order to get the world saved again.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Such a superhero thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean,
is that this
right
episode?
There.
We've been watching a lot about that. Was this episode when he came back, right?
Oh, in the present day, Brenner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last episode. Was this one?
I think it was this one. That's the thing about binge TV. I mean, it does.
Yes.
It does.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, and I don't even think that's bad entirely. I mean, yeah, for discussing the confines of a singular episode, yes. But I feel like the binge format is designed to just make you think of it like one long story. But yeah, I think this is the one where it confirms that it is the present day. He is still here.
Yeah. And they're on the road. Guy dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a brilliant way to do that. Again, this show just loves dealing with trauma.
Yep.
So much so.
Just rip all those wounds back open.
Everyone's just haunted by their past. And it's like the upside down constantly reflects some semblance of traumatic wounds.
Yeah, just whatever's ailing these people is alive and personified somewhere in the upside down.
Mm-hmm. Even down to the creation, or at least the awareness of not Victor Creel, the Vecna. Vecna. You know, just this whole manifestation where he lives is such a place of one man's. Like, I don't know why theirs, where he's choosing to lay camp, or if not chosen to lay camp for some reason, that's just the grounds in which he must reside. But that also is a place for, you know, that resembles another man's trauma. Like, everyone's just so, this whole thing is just a big traumatic thing, and then Hopper lamenting about all the pains he's had to endure. I don't recall ever getting like a clear story of, you know, having to please his dad and going off to war and all that. Like, we explored Sarah in season 1 a lot, and that's obviously bled through with his relationship with Eleven, but we haven't I don't think we got that much past history. So it's cool how they're doing this, you know, with Brenner coming back. You're like, this guy's still, you don't trust him, but he is the one to get the goddamn job done.
Yeah, it's the perfect, like, eerie 80s sci-fi doctor where you're like, not everything is good and right with you, but unfortunately, you're the expert.
Yeah.
You're the only one who, begrudgingly, he represents that sinister line of science where it's like, this is the cost for the advances you want. I don't know what to tell you.
And to have 11 shoes at the end, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Really great.
Yeah.
Going back to him, like she knows now.
Yeah.
That in order for her to get activated and to come to her fullest potential,
I have to accept this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Boy.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's unfortunate because, you know, like, I want her to have one scene with Paul Reiser where she sees that Paul Reiser really does care still.
Yeah,
he's the one who's like, pull her out. No, what are you doing to her?
Dude, this is not the right way to do this.
I'm concerned, like, he needs to see that he's not a dick, not total dick, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you know, I really love the way that they did the back and forth of that, and the way that they really put you in the shoes of her distrust the whole time. And I thought that was a good reversal with Paul Reiser, because he is, up until that point, such a warm sweater. He is the one person who shows up and you're like, I think I feel a little more comforted because of what you're saying. And then here it's like, even he is not a perfect figure, or a perfectly benevolent figure, in that, I mean, somewhere down the line he had to know that this was going to be the way that this had to go. And yeah, they're really, really great, I think, at using these longer episodes to give you really wonderful character pieces. Because yeah, with Hopper, it struck me literally. I was like, we haven't really delved into his history as a character aside from the stuff with Sarah that we've gotten a microscope on, and just to get that monologue.
He's a cop in New York too, I think, at some point.
Yeah, but that whole thing about Agent Orange and you know, going overseas and you know, all that nastiness, because yeah, it's like that Agent Orange is like such a horrific and such a sort of black mark on our history, and it's something that affected so many people in such a horrific way. And yeah, like to really kind of
I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, you know, Monsanto's still around making chemicals that we use every day, so really it can't have been that bad. But yeah, like getting those little
try getting a reaction up on time.
Now that's
stressful.
Yeah, but I thought that in, you know, what could have, and I guess cynically, if you don't like it, you could call it an info dump, but it is like a really rich monologue that did remind me, like we've been calling out these references, but it reminded me something more like Hill House side of Netflix, where it's like, yeah, you're just getting this performance, and for as much as Hop's story has been so physical, I really loved that really emotional and all that played really close up in his face, and using that as also a way to kind of bridge something of a gap between him and Enzo, it makes me all the more worried for when he returns, because, you know, Vecna's obviously, the whole thing is preying on people's unresolved traumas, and like Hopper is just all unresolved trauma.
Yeah, but you know, like they find, that's what I mean. They find hope within each other, this group of people, when they all inevitably come together in the end.
Yeah, and maybe that'll just like blow Vecna's battery entirely. Like, whoa, way too much trauma, guys.
But the way they're tying stuff back in so much to all these other seasons, it's like you got the Doctor from season 1 and the Doctor from season 2 now teaming up together.
Yeah.
The DCU.
Yeah.
The Doctor's cinematic universe.
They're good at making it feel all-encompassing while also not making it...
Close this door. Hi, babes. Shut the door.
Yeah, they're good at making it feel all-encompassing without, and having that feel like a natural part of the unfolding story, and having it feel like just a natural world populated by these characters, instead of it being like, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't even remember Sarah being brought up at all in season 3.
Well, yeah, because you got all that stuff with them trying to build this, you know, surrogate father-daughter relationship there, and then...
I gotta... Sorry, you continue.
No, yeah, it just made... I think here was a very natural place to kind of have that all collected then, because, you know, that whole thing about, like, I needed them, you know, I needed Joyce and I needed Jane, 11.
Yeah, you know what? If there's one thing that I'm a tad... as I root for Hopper and Joyce a lot. If there is one thing I'm a tad let down by this show on, is Winona Ryder specifically. Because especially revisiting the show, I totally forgot, like, Winona Ryder was like the main character in the first season, and she was just so richly written, and she's so great in season 2, but like season 1, like she was the only one who never gave up on Will. Like a lot of people were like doubting and stuff, but she always believed, and she was looked at as the crazy one, but she wasn't crazy.
And she was finally vindicated.
Yeah, it was great, and it seems like since season 3 they're like, let's make her paired up with a guy and make funny stuff.
Yeah, let's make her character significantly lighter. Let's make her more bubbly.
Yeah,
which is fun to watch, but yeah, I feel like maybe one aspect of this season that doesn't benefit certain characters, at least, is the idea. It's funny because I just saw a quote by Millie Bobby Brown and the guy who plays Will talking about how there are so many characters, and they're like, you should start killing some of these people more. Because while I, certainly don't want any characters that we love to exit, it is the sort of thing where, characters who were introduced later for a large part seem to be having more of the emotional, zoomings in and extrapolations, which makes sense because we've spent more time with certain characters. However, it does seem like there is then a sort of slighting of, Joyce is more of just an active character for the plot rather than having an emotional journey beyond just like, we got to get Hopper back, and this is kind of a madcap adventure. And I don't dislike watching it.
It's very similar to season 3 with her too.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's one of those things where it's like, I recognize you don't have all the time, and Joyce and Murray is a bubbly, fun duo, but at the same time, she doesn't feel like as much of a character in certain other, like even Steve. Like, I love Steve, but it seems like Steve's whole thing this season is to stand around and either say what we would say, or be in kind of, every now and again he'll have this like little friction with Dustin, and then we move on, and it's like, I'm happy to have you, but I want something for your character.
I mean, there's still, if I'm not mistaken, the last episode's like an hour and a half, maybe longer actually. I think it's like an hour 40, something like that. It's really long. And then the last two, like the real last two when part 2 comes out, are 2 episodes, but it's like 5 hours. So it's like a ridiculous amount of time.
It's just like 2 back-to-back giant movies.
Yeah, which is interesting. So yeah, those last 2 are massive. So I imagine there's gonna be time to really flesh out. It's not the final season, but it's interesting how they treat this show, this particular season, because in a lot of ways I keep feeling like, it sort of feels like this could be a final season, and the way things are going.
And there's going to be a season 5 after part 2, right? To wrap it all up. Okay.
And I mean, I think like the Mike and Will and Jonathan and Argyle.
Yes.
There's some fun to be had there, but yeah, I mean, undoubtedly the truly interesting stuff comes with the other stories. Hopper, what's going on with the Vecna, everyone there involved with the Vecna story. Hopper and everyone involved with the Vecna story. That's the truly engaging stuff.
Everyone kind of surrounding Max and Eddie. In the thick of things. And 2, I guess it's also that you kind of can see, like, they've been pretty decent whenever we've, at least for me, looking back across these episodes thus far, at going, whenever I'm like, I want to see more of this, or what about that thing kind of coming back into sharper focus, and they tend to answer those quandaries in the next episode, and there is, I think you can tell by looking at some of those plot lines, it's like maybe they're spreading, it's like, for example, it's like the Will and Mike and Jonathan, all them, I feel like they kind of have to take that plot and kind of spread it out more in smaller chunks than other plots, so I can still see that culminating into something that feels that by the end of the season, reasonably plugged in and satisfying. And I think right now maybe we're just in a position where that plot line for everything they have in their Bible for this season probably just isn't as substantial as the others, and so it's getting kind of pared out in wider chunks, and you can see that with certain characters and certain stories that we do check in with just once or twice an episode.
I feel like Finn Wolfhard and Winona Ryder were like just flat out amazing characters in season 1, and they were such a focus. It was like they were such a, like, there's a big ensemble usually have a few primary leads, and they were like primary leads, and then it seems like after that they've slowly been running out of like genuine things to explore with them, argue with them.
It feels like their story. It feels like we got to a place where their stories were completed, and now we don't really know what to do with their emotional arcs as much. I mean, there was the thing with Mike and Elle and love, but beyond that, it feels like they're done. We've got to focus on other characters.
And 11 stuff is really interesting too.
And I mean, the 11 stuff this episode was really, really gripping and reminded me of, a lot of other different things, especially
Moon Knight episode 4.
Moon Knight episode 4.
Moon Knight episode 5.
5, sprinkle a little Beyond the Black Rainbow on top.
That's it. Moon Knight invented that.
Yeah, it invented the
psychiatric horror
time
lore.
loop horror lore. Yeah. Thank you, Marvel.
Thank you, Marvel. You changed the game.
But even that, like, I know we were going back and forth on like the de-aging stuff, and I thought that here they used it conscientiously enough, and I liked that they kept doing the splicing back and forth because it's jarring, but it also, I think, gives your brain less time to focus in on the effect and nitpick it. And the way that they make that sort of psychological experiment, like, it really does fit in not only with the horror and everything, but that sort of MK Ultra government conspiracy kind of thing that
Feels
has
like
always
Area 51, yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that's always been a part of the show, but I think I especially associate with season 1 because it is so kind of, again, like shady government conspiracy thing, and so like being back in that cold environment and having those pangs from the past, but also just the jarring updates from the here and now present, I think are really visceral and really engaging.
They made everyone meaner to Elle, so that way you feel less bad.
Everywhere she goes, it's just like every mob of young people is assholes.
That way you feel less bad.
Yeah, maybe they'd all deserve to
Maybe
die.
all these kids deserve it because they were all kind of mean.
Yeah.
But it also ties into her how she's dealing with bullies again.
Mm-hmm.
In her school life. And Angela's story's never gonna. I hope she goes back. So it has to be the final scene of this whole show.
Yeah.
Whole series, season 5 finale.
Yeah.
Goes back, freaking just obliterates. Well, the stuff with Eddie and what's the basketball player's name?
Jason, I want to say.
Yeah, because I was thinking, this kid's got to die in front of him so that way he can see that, that's how Chrissy died. But now I'm thinking, well, what if the guy's like, oh my God, curses are real. He did.
You used Satan powers to kill him.
I'm honestly thinking they might go there now.
It's either that or they're going to be an unlikely duo, and I think each is as likely as the other because, I've learned, especially from anime and 2-part Doctor Who episodes, that if anything looks too optimistic at the end of one, it will be non-optimistic at the beginning of the other, or vice versa. So in that moment, I was like, maybe he will believe. But then also I think they could go for a nice little subversion there or something.
Why do none of you talk about what's happening?
I know, guys. Come on. Open up.
Is it because back then, talking about the things we get you thrown in the loony bin?
That's right. Well, hey, apparently it's only still a select few of people who know all the things that happen in Hawkins. So they would be just locked up like Creel.
Man.
Yeah, they would all just become Creels at that point, I guess.
But this was still good. Mm-hmm. I still would not want them written out, like Mike and Will and all that.
No, because every time they do something with their character, all their like little bonding moments, I'm like, yeah, more. Do that.
I think the plot of what's going on is more interesting than the character stuff sometimes to me, which is kind of sad because it's got to go. It's gotta kind of be like equal, It's good to like the character stuff and the plot of whoever we're with. It has to be just as engaging.
I feel like
depends.
I feel like they spend what broaches on equal time investing in both, especially because these episodes are longer. But I feel like they don't do as much to spread the emotional beats as judiciously. So it's like you get some really satisfying ones with certain characters, and then you get other ones that are a little bit more just like, yeah, this is kind of basic. They're just kind of mending their friendship, I guess.
Yeah. Well, what I think is neat is that if you watch Stranger Things as a complete package, I feel like the most constant lead has been 11.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 11 and Hopper have been the most consistent, strong leads, like as a leading character. Them, and if you watch all the Stranger Things as a package, what I think is cool is like sometimes other people are not that lead, and now those leads are there to support these other characters who are now going to take the spotlight more. Like Max is especially. Max has got a lot of attention in season 2, but it's here especially. She's like, oh, you're more uplifted here.
Yeah. Your circumstances tie you more directly into the main part of what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas like season 2 is like you're the new girl, you're Mad Max, and you got a mean brother.
And your brother's abusive.
I was really dying to the weird parts of Stranger Things, but you're here, and I like you. And then now, very significantly, like her association with all this. So I think that's a cool part of it. Is even though I'll find myself craving more, I'm like, but at least season 1 it was these guys. Season 2 it was these guys. Season 3 it was them. Where 11 and Hopper seem to be like the most consistent in terms of giving them something truly juicy to sink their teeth into.
Yeah. I feel like you can always extrapolate on those two to a degree. Yeah.
And they are like the heart too. Lost a daughter, messed up father. Come together.
Trying to meet in the middle.
Yeah.
And just see some egos together.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. You know, when Hopper did have that speech, it did make me go, I miss David Harbour's voice.
I know.
I forgot about
I
that
know.
ripping voice that David Harbour has. Yeah.
And when he's just staring off into the distance and telling his story, like, yeah, I was like, I'll do like a Mike Flanagan, just a Hopper monologues episode. Because also, too, I mean, what they wrote for him was great. Like, that flashback, I felt like we learned so much more about this guy than we have in so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for being here. I'll talk soon, guys. The Ogre Man. Dude, I am so glad you pledged towards the end of the month because I myself consider me to be an Ogre Man as well. Let's face it. Us ogre men, we are delicious.
Oh, yeah.
We are a rare breed. Some people go, ooh, ogre, gross.
You're like an onion.
Yeah, you smell bad.
Yeah.
I understood the reference.
Cry. You're like Shrek.
Yeah, Max Shrek from the Batman Returns. I get what you're getting at. I get the references, man. Yeah, so, Ogre Man, I want you to know that, dude, if you're feeling like being an ogre means you have to hide yourself from the world, don't. Because you know what? Times are changing. Dad bods are in. When did that become a thing? Now you can be out of shape a little bit and be hot? Pfft. The next stage is being an ogre now.
Yeah.
So dude, your time awaits you. There's just going to be so many ogresses, which I believe is the female term for ogres, are going to be coming after you now, lunging themselves, sinking their ogre teeth, those green, yellow stained fangs, into your neck. It's going to be delicious.
It's raining ogresses.
So, Ogre Man, you are indeed a super sexy reject. And don't you forget it. I want the record to show that your name on our Patreon is Ogre Man. So I don't know who you really are, but I've been in this situation before, and I have no idea what you look like, who you really are.
You could look like a pixie.
I'm just going off of your name, and I hope you know that I'm just joking here.
You could be the least like an ogre out of anybody for reals. It's possible.
But if you truly suffer with some kind of, insecurity about your physical appearance, know that none of what I said was rooted in that, because I simply have nothing to go off of.
Nope.
Let the record show that is the case.
Not even a profile pic. Send us a profile pic.
So what I'll say is thank you for being here, and I hope to God you have a sense of humor, because if you're going to be an ogre in this world, you're going to have to be funny in order to get some people to like you. Because face it, your looks are not going to do you justice.
Are going to drive everyone away from you unless you can learn how to be funny. Go to comedy school. Take an improv class. Write a stand-up set.
See you soon. Thanks for being
Love
here.
you, buddy.
Welcome to your first shout-out.